coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word. From the stage to the screen, we're making our mark. Me and Venus, together we embark.
Good afternoon. I'm very happy today to welcome a great singer, Crystal Starr. She has many hits right now and very beautiful music video. How are you, Crystal?
I'm good. How are you?
Everything is fine. Thank you very much for joining the live. First, I want to know about your early inspiration. What did you make you inspired to become a singer?
Um, Honestly, I think early on, just going to church and singing in church and stuff, and always doing praise and worship at church, and that really was my inspiration, was singing for the Lord, and then I think I always had it in me because my dad was a singer from a long time ago. He used to sing with Jackie Wilson and all that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of music in my household. And so it just naturally flowed within me. I loved watching concerts. I loved watching performances. And it was just something natural that came to me. And I just knew from the very beginning that this is what I wanted to do.
Great, great. Tell me about first steps you took uh, on your professional career, because I have read you sang first backup for several artists, and tell me how did this shape your musical performances, and what did you make to release your first singles, and with whom you collaborated as well?
Yeah. So yeah, I sang a lot with a lot of background. I did a lot of background singing. I sang with Ariana Grande, Kanye West, a lot of different artists, Heather Headley, Jessica Simpson. And so I think just by being in those environments, it taught me a lot about the business. It taught me a lot about the etiquette and hard work. And a lot of those artists that I worked with were hard workers. And so, yeah, it just taught me how to be a hard worker. And so, just being in those kind of environments. And I think for my first single from this album, correct? You're speaking of?
Yes.
Yeah, from this album. So I haven't released the album just yet, but I've been releasing a lot of singles. And my first one that I released was last year, was called Too Late. And that song was basically a true story about somebody that I knew was going through some situations in their relationship. And a lot of times I think people wait to the last minute to lose what they're, or who they're meant to be with in life, and sometimes it's just too late. So that was the first single that I released, and then gradually just been releasing other singles. We released "Don't Waste the Night" right shortly after that, and then "Part-Time Lover," and then "Here We Are with Danny," the new release that we have out now.
Yes. Part-Time Lover is another song than the well-known Stevie Wonder song, right?
Yes, yes, uh-huh.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I come from the generation of Part-Time Lover, and I just called them.
Yeah, I
I
love Stevie Wonder.
want to say I love Stevie Wonder and everything. Yes.
Yes, I
Uh,
love Stevie
uh,
Wonder. Yeah.
yes, yes. And I want to know. What is your process in writing and directing and producing your own music? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so my process is basically I don't I try not to be going with a concept. I just try to be free in my creativity and basically what's going on in my personal life or the people that I love so very much in their lives. and writing the stories about. I think writing is like writing a journal, journaling in your journal, the things that happen in your life, and that's basically what I go into the studio, with that kind of mindset. Go in, okay, I'm going to write a segment in my journal, and me and my producers, or if I'm producing the song, I just happen be very
Yes,
authentic with my writing and with the stories that I'm telling.
yes. I've seen as well that you did a lot of appearance in musical and film events. I read, I don't know if it's right or wrong, that you also co-starred on some Broadway production. This is correct.
Yes, yes, yes. I starred in a show called Baby It's You on Broadway,
Yes, very
and
nice.
it
So,
was a show. It was a show to do girls,
yes,
the girl
great.
group from back in the '40s called the Shirelles. Yeah.
Mhm. The
Hmm.
latest single I saw I see you that you were dressed up as Nefertiti. And, being from Egypt myself, I'm from Egypt, but I live in Latin America with my wife here. She's Colombian, but of course, Cleopatra and Nefertiti. It's
Oh,
something very yeah, very deep. So tell me about why did you choose Nefertiti? In the song, and you created the artwork and then similar to Pharaoh's as well.
yeah. It was actually we I didn't necessarily when I first so when I'm creating music, the music video just pops into my head, like I can visualize it. And for this
Yes.
one in particular, I was discussing with my mom like different characters that I can play in the music video, and that fall in love with Danny, and Danny doesn't really basically love them back. And so when we came up with the concept of Nefertiti, we were going to do a segment with Nefertiti, and then another artist, and then another artist, and or another character, but budget wise, it just wasn't fitting within that budget, and so. Um, Basically what we just decided, we're like, well, let's just go with the whole Egyptian thing. And
Mhm.
show that I was doing, I did a show that was in it was in Vegas,
Mhm.
and I was playing Nefertiti, and so I was like, oh my gosh, this is just, it's supposed to be, it's meant to be. So I ended up using the crown that I used from the show in Vegas, and there we go.
Great. I want to ask because you've been on Broadway and you've been performing live, and also I've seen a lot of the events you've been to, rehearse and everything. Tell me right now, according to your experience, how do you see the music industry right now? And how can an artist like yourself promote her work? I want to say that I got several press releases about your work. This is a very nice turn and it's very professional, you know. But I want to know according to
I'm sorry,
you right
Sharif.
now because
I didn't hear that last part. My apologies.
yes, I was saying that right now, according to you, how do you see the music industry has been changed, and how do you accommodate yourself to these changes? I mean, everything right now is online, and social media and everything. What is your plan to continue to promote your creativity and arts?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the music industry now is a lot different than what it was when I was growing up. I think that the new social media has definitely changed everything, and I think that they expect you to do everything yourself, before they even think about, um, signing you or anything like that. And what I just tell others is, I think what it does is it gives you the chance to really become who you are as an artist and be as creative as you can. And for me, I think what my motto is don't sit around and wait for anybody else to do anything for yourself. If this is what you want to do, and if you believe in yourself, then just go for it and do it. At first, it was a very hard transition for me. I was not ever into the social media stuff. I'm a very private person. And doing the TikToks and the dances to your own songs is not really what I'm about. But I think that just I shifted my mindset to disliking it to just having fun. And I think that that's what it's done for me. It's allowed me to be a little bit more free in my creativity and just allowing myself to have fun. I think it's a lot different in the sense now because you do have to figure out the ways to promote and to market your records. Um, and before, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a record deal, if you're looking for investors or anything like that, and that's what you're aiming for, then that's great. But in order to do that, and I think that's just within any industry, you have to create the product and you have to show people what you are about. And I think for myself, I've always been a go-getter in the sense that I don't like waiting on anybody else to come in and tell me what I'm supposed to do or how I'm supposed to do it. I'm open to it, but I love being creative in all ways. So I've taught myself how to film or how to edit and how to come up with concepts. And that's what's fun about this project. The whole creative project behind all of these songs is, I've been filming the music videos DIY with my whole family, and we're creating the outfits together. And it's just been a lot of fun. So I would say, in the sense of the record industry being different, yeah, it's different in the sense that you're doing everything yourself, basically, and you're finding the investment yourself rather than them coming with everything and doing it for you, if that makes any sense.
Yes, one woman show, you mean?
One woman show, exactly. Yeah.
But I want to know because you performed in front of the camera and on stage, do you think you might be open for any acting proposals?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm actually, and this is the first time I'm even announcing it. I just got the
Yeah,
opportunity to be a producer of a movie that's going to come out on Amazon Prime, and I'm actually
great.
going to be in the movie. Yeah, so I'm going to be one of the characters in the movie, and that's going to be fun. But yeah, I've been doing acting for years. I've did schooling and acting and all that kind of stuff years ago. So yeah, for sure.
Tell me, do you read the feedback from your fans on your social media, and what were the most interesting feedback you received recently, if I may ask?
Yeah, I mean, I do read the feedback on social media, and I think that I try to limit myself of how much I allow myself to read them, but at the same time, I do think that it's nice to go back and say thank you, and for those who are supporting you. Um, and I've found that even with negative feedback, it's great because that means you're listening. So whether you like it or not, you're listening. So, and that's a like or that's a view. So yeah.
Yes. Tell me, Crystal, from now until the end of the year, what are your plans and maybe a dream project you would like to achieve in the near future?
Um, so I think that my goals for this year is I'm going to continue to release new singles and release new videos. And then um, my goal, really, my ultimate goal is to go on tour and go overseas with this whole album and everything. So that's definitely my plan for this year.
Yes. And the album, do you have a release date for it or not yet?
We don't have a release date just yet, but the album is called Pop Star, and I'm excited
Mhm.
for it. And all of these songs are leading up towards it.
Yes, and make sure you do a music video with Cleopatra as well.
Yes, we'll do.
Yes.
Can't have one without
Yes.
the other.
Many of the singers visited Egypt. I remember I went to concert with Shakira near the pyramids in
Mhm.
Egypt,
Oh,
and
wow.
that day, in Cairo it was traffic jammed from
Mhm.
maybe 12 midday
Mhm.
until the concert started at 9 or 10. So, half an hour to go from my home to the pyramids, it took us like 9 hours maybe. you know. So I hope someday you can perform in Egypt
I would love it.
uh,
I would.
al- and also a lot of beautiful places as well to perform is Morocco and Dubai in the Emirates, Doha as well.
Yes,
Uh, they receive all of the international artists, and I think they would love to see you performing some stuff related to Egyptians or pharaohs as well.
I definitely. That's actually a big goal of mine is to go to Dubai and perform in Dubai. So,
Yeah,
from your mouth to God's ears. So yeah, and I've had a lot
yeah,
of friends actually just come back from Egypt. And one of my best friends, who I perform with a lot, he
sure.
stayed there for a month, and then also one of my best friends, she just returned from Egypt last month. So everybody's been raving about Egypt, and I'm like, I want to go. So yeah, for sure, I definitely want to go there, and I want to go to Dubai and all those
For sure,
places.
for sure. Most welcomed,
Hmm.
and I want to congratulate you on your success,
Thank you so
and
much.
also congratulate your family as well for your success and for their support of you and helping you in achieving, and visualize your creativity. And
Mhm.
I hope to receive you again when the album is released and we can speak about each single in the album.
Most definitely. Yes, most definitely. I would love to come back. Please email, my manager and we'll definitely set that up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jermaine, well, for coordinating this with Crystal, we'll be emailing Jermaine a lot, I think, and
Yes.
enjoy the rest of the afternoon. And appreciate very much your time. And I look forward for your next success.
Thank you so much, Ruth. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Take
Thank
care.
you. Mhm. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.